Look at this chart. It represents MicroStrategy. For decades, this was a boring software company that helped businesses analyze data. Then, in 2020, everything changed. Today, it is essentially a massive pile of Bitcoin with a software company's name taped to the front. Depending on who you ask, Michael Saylor is either the smartest man in the room or the conductor of a high-speed train wreck waiting to happen. Critics are calling it a Ponzi-like scheme. They say it's a crypto scam hiding in plain sight. Supporters say it's the greatest trade in financial history. In the next 10 minutes, we are going to look past the laser eyes in the Twitter hype. We're going to break down the infinite money loop Michael Saylor is using, the math that could cause it to implode, and why the debt bomb inside this company might be the biggest risk in the crypto world right now. To understand if this is a scam or a stroke of genius, we have to look at the before. In 2020, MicroStrategy was a zombie company. The software business was stagnant, the stock was flat. Then, Saylor decided to use the company's cash to buy Bitcoin. But he didn't stop there. He started borrowing billions of dollars to buy more. The strategy: MicroStrategy issues convertible notes. This is a fancy way of saying they borrow money from big investors at incredibly low interest rates. They take that borrowed cash and buy more Bitcoin. The logic: if the price of Bitcoin goes up faster than the interest they owe on the debt, they win. Because they are a public company, investors who are afraid to buy Bitcoin directly buy MicroStrategy instead. This created the Saylor premium. People are paying more for the stock than the Bitcoin it owns is actually worth. This is where the scam accusations start. Critics call this a circular value trap. How it works: MicroStrategy buys Bitcoin. The stock price goes up because Bitcoin went up. Because the stock is high, they sell more stock or debt to buy more Bitcoin. That massive purchase pushes the price of Bitcoin up even further. Go back to step 1. This is a feedback loop. MicroStrategy has become one of the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world. When they buy, the market moves. The concern is that this isn't organic growth. It's a leveraged bet that requires the price of Bitcoin to never have a sustained multi-year crash. If the premium disappears and the stock price falls below the value of the Bitcoin they hold, the whole machine starts to grind to a halt. In finance, leverage is a double-edged sword. When things are going up, leverage makes you look like a god. When things go down, leverage is what kills you. MicroStrategy has billions in debt. While much of this debt doesn't have to be paid back for years, it still creates a liquidation price. If Bitcoin drops to a certain level, the company might not be able to cover its obligations. They would be forced to sell their Bitcoin to pay back the lenders. If MicroStrategy, the biggest hodler in the world, is forced to dump billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin onto the market, it would trigger a crash that makes 2022 look like a minor dip. This is why people are worried. The entire Bitcoin ecosystem is now tethered to the health of one single company's balance sheet. Is MicroStrategy a scam? Technically, no. Everything they're doing is public. The debt is on the books. The Bitcoin addresses are tracked. It's not hiding at all. But it is a high-stakes gamble that uses the stock market as a casino. Michael Saylor has bet the entire legacy of his company on one single asset. If he's right, he'll be the richest man on earth. If he's wrong, he takes a significant portion of the crypto market with him. The question isn't whether Saylor is a scammer. The question is, are you willing to be a passenger on a ship that has no lifeboats? By June 2026, many of these debt notes are closer to maturity. The clock is ticking. If you think Saylor is a genius, comment bull below. If you think this is a disaster waiting to happen, comment bear. Like this video if you want more deep dives into the strategic framed reality of the markets. Subscribe to stay ahead of the noise. Be careful with your leverage. I'll see you in the next one.